we're talking with Chris Duane.
Food and fuel to stop getting transported because there is no, that there is no currency to exchange, and that all these markets are going to collapse, and most of the jobs are related to some sort of paper shuffling. That this paradigm is going to change, and that urban areas are going to be the absolute worst place to be. I mean, we could look back to Katrina and see how when people have that slave mentality of that input-output disorder, or believe into a paradigm, or in a paradigm where they are relying upon a collective to take care of them, when the collective system ends, they're completely helpless, and that they are going to go through the anger phase, and that the worst in humanity is going to come out in these urban areas. So I strongly recommend people get out of the urban area now. I don't care if you live in the Upper West Side of Manhattan, or in Southern California. I think Southern California is going to be an absolute mess because here you got 20 million people packed into an area that does not have a lot of water, food, huge amount of racial diversity, economic diversity, and unfortunately, when things go bad, people tend to blame each other. We saw from the LA riots. But that's going to burn out. You're going to see, 3, 6 months, a year of, really bad things going on in urban areas. But I think at some point, a collectivist, fascist, 1984 police state type system will dominate those areas. And you can see, a guy like Mike Bloomberg and Rahm Emanuel coming in and, bringing the heavy hand of collectivism down, of a police state down to, to bring order to chaos. And I think what will arise out of that is a lot of these economic, urban areas, after they get, really beat up, you're going to end up with a very 1984-like police state where you're going to see cameras on the corners and checkpoints and, all sorts of controls that they would love to, introduce if given the right scenario. Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, well, if there is a crash, then the people will actually welcome and beg for some sort of federalized implementation of law enforcement.
Because please help us, because we can't provide for ourselves.
Exactly.
The thing that I am most excited about is the people who can get ahead of this curve, who do have, real ideas about what's going on, are moving out to the country. I moved from probably the 5th most affluent town in the country, Summit, New Jersey, where we had our business. Out of that, I walked away from it, and now I'm living in cornfields out in, Cleveland, Ohio area. And yet, I think the majority of this country is going to, one, be free of the debt that's enslaved them for so long, that I believe that we are going to have a hyperinflationary depression, and that people are going to that live, in the kind of boring parts of the country are actually going to respond well to this. Yeah, they're going to go through anger. Yeah, they're going to, go through the depression. But I think at some point, some communities, states, counties, local governments, things are actually going to go and embrace the Constitution and honest money and say, hey, the dollar's dead, but you know what? Come to us. We love gold and silver. You're already seeing 11 states that are trying to have gold and silver as legal tender. That's going to become more popular in more areas. And I believe that we're going to see pockets of this country that are going to say, boom, the dollar paradigm's over. Well, come on in, guys, because you know what? We got low taxes, low government. We love gold and silver. We'll treat you as, sovereign citizens. Come to us. And I think that you're going to see pockets of this country that are going to bloom right afterwards because they're going to be attracting the best and brightest, just like how America used to be. We used to be this, awesome shining city on the hill, where all the world would come to us because we were the place where if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere, and all that other stuff. And I think that we're going to see a smaller version. You're going to see a massive decentralization of power. That's another main theme that I see going forward. We've had this centralization of power for the past 150, 60 years. But when this dollar collapses, the elite will no longer be able to have everything centralized, and that people will no longer believe centralized power because they'll be shown to be completely ineffective. And actually, those people who would let us down this road are actually, I believe, going to be running for their lives